Welcome back to the show. For those of you that have just joined, my name is Khalif Al Haroun, also known as Mr. Q, your friendly neighborhood Qatari. Today we've got a very special segment because the Office of Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer from Qatar Foundation's R&D department, try to say that 3 times fast, got in touch with us and said, we've got some great inventions that we're trying to commercialize. Welcome back to the show, everyone. This is The Tonight Show with Mr. Q. I'm sorry, but Scarlett Johansson had to leave. But we have someone just as special. His name is Dr. Erik Stenehjem, Executive Director, IP and Tech Transfer from Qatar Foundation for Research and Development. And he's going to be talking about a knowledge-based economy and how you're going to build that. But maybe you can just introduce yourself really quick. And what
sure.
You do.
So I'm the Executive Director of the Intellectual Property and Technology Transfer Office at Qatar Foundation, and our job is to build a knowledge economy. Mm-hmm. And one of the things we realized right off the bat is the way you do that is you find the assets, and the assets today are ideas. So
typically when people think of assets, like this is an asset.
That's an asset.
But what you're saying is the stuff that you can't touch. That's an asset too.
It's products of the mind.
Right.
Yeah, those are emerging as the assets today. In the Fortune 500 companies in the United States, 85% of the assets, 85% of their assets are knowledge-based assets.
You know what I'm doing right now, by the way? I'm creating some assets.
Yeah. Well, I'll have a look at that, and we'll give you some.
I liked how you said product of the mind. It actually sounds like a thriller movie.
It is a thriller.
It is a thriller.
No, yeah.
In real life too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So in the Qatar Foundation, obviously, the idea is that you want a piece of that action, or you want to encourage people to be a part of. What is it? We want
to encourage people. We're Qatar Foundation Research and Development, so we want to encourage people as they're doing their research, whether they're doing it for us or on behalf of us, to be very mindful of new ideas. Write them down, send them in, and we will evaluate them, and we will protect them, and then we will take them to market.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the market. Now, one of the easiest ways to encourage people is to let them understand how much potential green. Actually, I shouldn't say green. I was going to say green as in money because it's American money.
That's
but
right.
Here in Qatar, it's the blue notes that you want. I just want to. It's the blue. Yeah. So, how much blue can people make with how big is the market when it comes to?
Well, it depends on what you're inventing.
Okay.
But there's no limit to what an inventor can make. In the Qatar Foundation, we actually allow the inventor to share generously in whatever proceeds are derived from his or her invention.
Okay.
Like the first 500,000
yes.
that we receive.
Yes.
The inventor gets 80%.
80%?
80%.
80-20. Oh, wow.
80-20.
Even YouTube doesn't give us that good of a deal,
Yeah, no, it's a great deal. So
if
don't lose that idea.
I won't lose this. Exactly, I get 80%. But you know what? If you help me, if you hook me up, I'll just take 70. I'll give you 30. Okay, so.
I can be talked into that. That works.
Okay. So I think also you were talking about intangibles earlier on as well, right? So when it comes to the Fortune 500 companies, what did it used to be, and what is it now?
So it used to be 40 years ago, 1975. 85% of the assets in the Fortune 500 companies were tangibles.
Okay.
They were physical assets. They were plant, equipment, inventory.
Mathob.
Your thobe. Today, they're 85% intangibles.
Wow.
Products of the mind. But you think about it. I mean, what are we buying today? We're buying apps. We're buying software. We're buying music. We're buying videos online. All of this is a product of the mind.
Wow. Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's increasing. How about here in Qatar? Do you know? Would we be able to know what the percentage is?
I would guess right now the percentages are more like the United States 40 years ago, which is what we're trying to change.
Trying to change that because I think back in the day, people always thought of a business as a bricks and mortar business.
Yep.
And of course, the industry that I'm in is a clicks and mortar business.
You're in the right business.
I'm in the right business, right? Okay. We just need to encourage a little bit more of that, I guess.
Exactly.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. If people want to get in touch, how can they get in touch with you?
Oh, easy. Call Misty.
Call Misty. So call Misty. Her telephone number is, you just need to yeah, it's right down here. I'm sorry, Misty. You know, I'm sorry. Or they can also go to
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Or the website is?
The website is QFRD. www.qfrd.org.
.org. All right, so great. So we've got that down below. So if you're interested, you've got this really cool idea. If you've got a product of the mind, then make sure that you visit, you know, the URL down here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you making the time to be on the show. And next up, we're bringing back Scarlett Johansson. No, you can stay.
Oh.
You can. Yeah, you can stay. Yeah,
Awesome.
It's just because we wanted to wrap it up with a little bit of a spy action. So, see you guys soon. I hope you liked this special segment. If you did, don't forget to give us a like. And if you want to see the latest videos, don't forget to subscribe as well. If you subscribe, Karaks. Karaks for everyone.